right, guys. College football playoff reactions. Alabama's in, and there's a lot of salty people that's crying over the fact that Alabama's at number 11. Listen. I don't think that we deserve to be in there. However, it doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter how I feel. The fact of the matter is that based off of the college football playoff criteria, we check more boxes than Miami. We check more boxes than South Carolina. We check more boxes than Ole Miss. This was the right decision to make. Strength of conference, strength of schedule, head to head, especially against South Carolina. We check the boxes. So I have no idea why people are moaning and complaining. Well, we have 3 losses and you lost to Oklahoma. Okay, Ole Miss lost to 3 unranked opponents. South Carolina lost to us with 3 other losses. Like, what's the debate? What are we talking about? People just want to say, well, based off of what you see, okay, every single team that's fighting for that last spot is flawed. Ole Miss is flawed. South Carolina, they're definitely flawed. Miami has no defense. Alabama is flawed. Every single one of these programs that I just named have incredible flaws. So I don't want to hear anything about the eye test and about who Alabama lost to, because we can go down the road about everything wrong with with all the 4 programs that I just named. This was the correct decision. I think the rankings, I thought they got the entire top 12 right. You can debate about the latter, but for the most part, ladies and gentlemen, this was the correct decision by the College Football Playoff Committee. It does not mean that they're always right. Matter of fact, I actually was thinking that South Carolina was going to be at number 12, because if you want to base this thing off of eye test, well, it probably should be Ole Miss, but South Carolina, I think they played the best in the second half of the season, but, I'm glad they didn't do that. Now, if Clemson beats SMU, a lot of people are saying that SMU is going to be out. I don't think they're going to take them out. Now, SMU is ranked 8th. So it is a possibility, right? It is a possibility because they're ranked 8th. And if they lose to Clemson, especially if it's by embarrassing fashion, let's say Clemson wins 42-3, then I think the conversation can change, because SMU's schedule really wasn't that, it just really wasn't that big. They didn't play Miami or Clemson, which were the top 2 teams there. Yes, they beat Pittsburgh and they beat Louisville, but SMU's schedule was pretty easy. Like, they'll have a couple of losses. They're not going to beat a lot of these teams when it comes to strength of schedule and strength of schedule, strength of conference, they're just not going to win in those particular aspects. And so, yeah, there is a possibility that SMU is going to get kicked out, but I don't think they're going to do it. I think if SMU loses and if it's a close game to Clemson, they're going to put them in. Maybe they may kick them out if other things do happen. I don't know what the hell Heather Dinich is talking about in terms of Alabama and somebody else can get kicked out. What is she talking about? If Iowa State wins against Arizona State, you're not going to keep Arizona State at 12. You're gonna put Iowa State's going to jump ahead, and Iowa State is going to grab that conference spot, so they're going to be in for the bid, right? I'm sorry, that's just not going to happen, because now if Arizona State has 3 losses, you compare that with Bama, South Carolina, they're going to lose. So I don't know what Heather Dinich is talking about. If UNLV beats Boise State, then UNLV is going to jump ahead over Boise State. They're just going to jump in. I don't think they're going to put in 2 non-group of 4 teams in. It is a possibility that it could happen. They're not going to put both Boise State and UNLV in the college football playoffs. It could happen. But I don't think that is going to be the case, especially because Boise State doesn't really have a great argument now if they lose another game. So this is a must-win for Boise State. But if the latter happens, I think Boise is out of the equation. So I don't know what Heather Dinich is talking about. She has pretty much been wrong the majority of these rankings. No disrespect to Heather Dinich, but what she said was absolutely wrong. Bama. The fact of the matter is, guys, Bama. If you are a Bama fan watching, the path for Alabama to make it now is Clemson loses, we're in. Clemson loses, we're in. It is what it is, right? You take the fact that Alabama has met the criteria. Let's be honest, revenue. Alabama generates a lot of revenue. I'm sorry. Alabama going on the road to South Bend is going to draw a lot of ratings. It's going to draw a lot of money, right? A lot of revenue is going to be made because of this game. So it is what it is. People can get mad. People can be pissy. People can talk about Alabama bias and college football playoff bias. Well, you know what? You know how you kick Alabama out of the equation? South Carolina don't have 3 losses. Ole Miss don't have 3 losses. And Alabama doesn't have to be in this situation. Right? They don't have to be in it. If they would have just took care of their business, if Miami would have beat Syracuse, we wouldn't be having this conversation if Miami beat Syracuse. So maybe if the other teams would have handled their damn business, then Alabama will even be in the conversation. But they didn't handle their own damn business. So now you got to leave it up to the judges. Now you got to leave it up to a bunch of people in a committee room that has to make sure that based off of their opinion, right? They have to try to be subjective, but let's be honest, based off of their opinion, who do they believe should be deserving of the college football playoff slot? And they chose Bama. So don't get mad at Alabama. Don't get mad at us. Get mad at the other teams for not doing their damn job. But anyway, guys, I'll catch you guys later, guys. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. I don't know why. I don't know what the hell's going on here. But let me know what you guys think about the rankings and stuff like that. And if all the other fans are going to be mad and pissy about it, I don't know what to damn tell you. Maybe blame your programs or blame the other programs for not taking care of their own business.